Now 2nd and 4.
Check, 59.
From the gun, McKenzie. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, McKenzie. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off the play fake, McKenzie. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Running, it's Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off play action. McKenzie. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. On first and goal, Drake. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, McKenzie. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the gun on third down, McKenzie. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Jets.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 36-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Jets 14, Eagles 7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go, here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At the 9-yard line. First and goal, Philadelphia.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all of your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Operating from the gun, McKenzie. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Ready? Mike 5-4.
From the gun, McKenzie. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he completes it to Westbrook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
41-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, McKenzie. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. So we got man.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McKenzie. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, McKenzie. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz dancing to his left. He'll run it. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, McKenzie. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, McKenzie. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Off play action. McKenzie. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Stanley Morgan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Eagles.
Here we go. 20!
On first down, Barkley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
Shotgun now for Wentz.
the Jets.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Operating from the gun, McKenzie. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, they got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKenzie, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards.
The 3-yard line.
Back to throw. McKenzie. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Jets 28, Eagles 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 33-yard line.
55, mark out, 55. All right, G, let's go.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought him down. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. McKenzie, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
The pass.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. McKenzie. The open man is Westbrook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing on first down. McKenzie. That's caught. It's Gronkowski for a Jets touchdown.
Gronkowski.
Rob Gronkowski. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Eagles 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down by Grant Delpit.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
At the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So inject territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
36.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Barkley, toss play left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 40, 30, past the 20, 10, 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Jake Elliott on for the
big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Wentz on third down, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now Drake. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal.
Short of the goal line.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Third and goal, it's Drake. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth and goal. They'll run. It's Drake. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They'll try and run with Drake, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Fielded in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down, Eagles.
On first down, Barkley. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The
tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. On the run, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And he is going to lose yardage here.